Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Mindset Monday. Happy New Year. This is the first Mindset Monday of the year. So, we want to kind of kick it off with talking about how to shift your identity to hit your goals, right? I'll tell you, you know, something that's, to me, pretty personal. I want to run two multiple seven, eight-figure businesses, let's say, two eight-figure businesses, right? And being a founder, CEO of both of them, you know, that's not exactly easy. Plus, I have a charity that I am founding and working on to help homeless veterans and Christians get off the streets, right? So, what do I have to do to be able to shift and accomplish these things, right? Like somebody that has those three things on their plate, they're not sleeping in till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, right? So what is that identity? That identity is someone that's going to wake up at probably 5 a.m., get a lift in, get to the office, um, you know, and basically be way more regimented and way more structured than I am now, right? I want to think, well, what is that person? What's the person that's going to operate those companies? What are they going to read? How are they going to work out? What are they going to eat? What are they going to consume? How are they going to plan time with their family or do things with their family while running those three organizations, right? And so these are all the things that are going through my mind now as we start this year is how can I be and run this as successfully as possible, right? What do I have to do? So it's waking up a little bit earlier, getting to the gym more consistently, making sure I am reading the right types of books that are going to help illuminate a path forward for me, on how to operate and run the way I need to. Dave, what are your thoughts on this, or what do you got on this?
Yeah, man, 100%. I mean, identity, right? Like, who is it? And I think a lot of people correlate that to kind of fake it till you make it as well, which, guys, look, that's not the point, is like not being who you are. The idea is act as if, right? So
Yeah,
when you're waking up, right, on your daily basis and you've never done something before, who is that person or that identity you need to be to go there, right? So, like Jonathan talked about, he's two businesses, right, and a nonprofit, right? So, and this is an assumption, but it's okay. If I'm going to be that guy, two businesses and a nonprofit, what is my identity now? I need to think of people who are in a position who have probably run three, four, five, six businesses. Somebody who's nationally well known in the nonprofit space, right? That's who I need to become. That's what the vision equates. So now it becomes, what are the habits that those people are doing? What are those habits that are getting formed, right? Waking up early. What are they reading? What are they putting in their body in terms of fuel? And how does that person operate? Then that equates to the discipline, and then that equates to the goals. And I think a lot of people have it backwards. They start with the goal in mind. You and I were talking about this before. It's almost like that day 76 mentality, right? And what
yep,
that is we talk about 75 hard a lot on here. And those of you, not to shift gears completely, those of you that are starting today, congratulations. It's awesome. If you've done it, awesome. If you haven't, it will change your life. I promise you that.
yep,
What happens on day 76 is it's almost like a fight or flight response. It's like, oh shit, I'm done. Like, this is great. Like, let's celebrate the win. Right. And then what happens? You celebrate that win. And then that win you just celebrated turns into months and back to your old habits again. Or you're like, oh, damn, this is done. This is kind of scary, but how do I double down and keep going from here? Okay, this is
yep,
just one step now. This is part of my identity, who I am, right? I got my mind right. I got my spirituality right. I got my discipline right. And then you continue to build onto that, onto those trends, and well, not even trends, but onto that path of who you're becoming. Then it creates more habits. Then it creates, what is my next identity to add to this?
yep.
It's ever evolving, guys. Like, that's important to realize too.
Yeah, I agree with that. And as someone that's done 75 hard a lot, okay, and I'm starting after I get back from Quebec in February, by the way. I don't want to be in Quebec dealing with 75 hard. Sorry.
Canada, eh,
I'm,
buddy?
I'm good. No, I just don't know what the outdoor workout would look like there. But what I will tell you is I have gone both ways at that 76 day, right? The first time or two I did it, I celebrated, and then I got back into 75 hard. And the other times I just kept going. And you're better off just keep going, right? Because you have that momentum, you have those habits formed. There's no reason to stop them, right? And there is such a big difference for those that actually do it and do it the right way. When you hit that 76 day, you're just like, all right, I need to keep going because I've accomplished so much more than I normally would have, right? And so it's just massive. It's massive. And if you guys want to start off the year doing that, I highly recommend it, right? But mix in these other things that Dave and I are talking about too. It's not just good enough, to go through and do 75 hard. Like, who are you trying to be? What habits do you need to have? And work those habits into 75 hard. Make them a part of what you're doing on a daily basis. And you'd be shocked how much of a difference you guys will see at the end of this when you guys actually dial it all in and put it all together. Right? It's just about having the consistency day in, day out, and doing the same thing every single day. And you will get there, guys. And your life will be completely different if you take this seriously.
The last Mindset Monday, we talked about, small wins, right? Win the day. And that's really all you're doing, guys. Like, win the day pretty much correlates. What's that identity you need? All right, what do I critically need to do on a daily basis to win the day, to create this identity? And one more thing I'll put on that is, when you start reaching goals, guys, when your identity, who you becoming to reaching these goals, don't stop, because your identity shift can go the other way too. And that actually happened to me like towards the end of the fall here, like going into the last of the year. It started getting in with my diet, right? Like, it started slipping real bad. Everything else was dialed in. I was just doing what I normally do. 75 hard. I got done right before my son's birthday, and I kind of coasted in terms of things I do normally, right? Like my diet every single day, eat a little bit more of this, eat a little bit more of that. I'll tell you a couple things. Number one, I'm probably 10 pounds heavier than I should be or even need to be, right? Which may not sound like a lot to you, but after all the years of work I've been doing this, man, like that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
Number one. And number two, I feel the difference. Like, yeah, I can be a meathead and lift heavy ass weights all day, no doubt. But dude, if I'm tired by 3 o'clock, like 4 o'clock, like what does that say? What does that signify? There's something off there. And I promise you it is because of my terrible diet from the end of there, coming through Thanksgiving, coming through Christmas, and now here. But the thing I will say is, at least when you do create these habits and you start learning some more things about yourself and your quote unquote identity, right? Like who you've become there, it's easy to pinpoint those things when you're sliding, but don't let that habit go backwards too long to where you get in that cycle where it's like where you get a case of the fuckets and you're like, yeah, I'm good.
Yep.
Don't get caught in that cycle, man.
That's very accurate. You are your own best sales guy. Okay. If you listen to that voice that says, oh, you could do it later, or hey, this won't matter. Okay, as soon as you start hearing that, like Andy says, you need to shift gears and do the opposite. That's a superpower in and of itself. All right. So, hey, I hope this helped you guys. All right. Change your identity. Okay. Change your habits, change your life. All right. Appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you on the Financial Fitness Friday.
Be great, y'all.